Happy Divine Mercy Sunday. For all of you college students, this is a Sunday that you've known your entire life. But for the rest of us and for the entire church, it's just 20 years old. It's 20 years old today, this Divine Mercy Sunday. And the devotion of it is not that much older either. It just started in the early 1900s when Jesus started appearing to a young sister named Sister Faustina in Poland in her convent. And it was at that time that he told her that he wanted this devotion of divine mercy spread throughout the entire world. One of the ways that he asked her to do that was through an image. She had an image painted of Jesus in his resurrected body, but still with his wounds, to show the wounds of the cross, and with this river of blood and water gushing out of his heart, just as when that centurion stabbed Jesus in the side, pierced him to show that he was dead. But still, his river of mercy is alive. And this is the message that he wanted the world to know, that he doesn't come back in his resurrected body for condemnation. He comes back to draw the world back into that mystery of love, that eternal exchange of love, and a relationship with him that will last for eternity. And he comes back in mercy. Well, at that very same time that Sister Faustina was living in Krakow, Poland, there was a young boy named Karol Wojtyła. And he actually moved to Krakow when he was 18. And that was the same year that Sister Faustina passed away in Krakow. Well, 40 years later, that young boy who heard about this devotion, who thought it was so important, it was planted in his heart, that this divine mercy was something that the world needed to hear. Well, in God's providence, that young boy, Karol Wojtyła, became our Pope 40 years later. His name was Pope John Paul II. And during his pontificate, he started to spread the devotion of the divine mercy. So much so that on the second Sunday of Easter, that is equivalent to what we're celebrating today, on the second Sunday of Easter, Sister Faustina became Saint Faustina Kowalska. She became a saint in the church. John Paul II declared her a saint. And he declared on that day, to the surprise of the entire church, that on every second Sunday of Easter, we would celebrate divine mercy. And that's why we have this celebration today. As Providence would continue to have it, John Paul II would die on the vigil of divine mercy in the year 2005. Just under a decade later, John Paul II would be canonized a saint on Divine Mercy Sunday in 2014. It's amazing how the Lord in his providence had these two saints spread the devotion of his divine mercy. Today, we celebrate God's love on a mission for us, a mission to bring us back to him, to declare to the entire church that he desires our reconciliation. The main message from the divine mercy that he told Sister Faustina is that those who love him, he desires that they trust him. Isn't that something that we hear every single day? I struggle to trust in our Lord. I struggle to trust in him. Well, today is the day to ask for the grace of trust. Because without trust, there can't be true love. Today, we ask the Lord for the grace of trust in his undying love for us, that he continues to come back to us, to pull us back to himself. He doesn't come in judgment. He comes in mercy. He comes to bring us back into the eternal exchange of love.